Good afternoon, and thank you for coming. First, I want to take this opportunity to thank Chancellor Gingrich for his unwavering support, and also our search committee, who diligently worked many hours through our process with the goal of providing new leadership for our Seawolf Hockey student athletes. We're pleased and proud to be here today to introduce Matt Curley as the new head coach of Seawolf Hockey. It became clear after talking with Matt and his mentors that he possesses a great hockey mind and was focused on preparing himself to be a Division I head hockey coach. After being assistant coach for 5 years, he took a chance on himself by moving his family to Austria so he could gain head coaching experience, where he's honed his skills for the past 3 years. Today, UAA is the beneficiary of that investment and belief in himself. His work as a student athlete at Clarkson, collegiate coaching experience at Bentley, juniors coaching experience in the USHL, and his work with the USA Hockey National Team Development Program and Team USA Under-18 World Championship teams have prepared him well. We are all looking forward to the resurgence of Seawolf Hockey, but we also know it likely won't be a quick fix. It's going to take time and patience, and we are committed to see that process through with Matt at the helm. I'm hopeful that Seawolf Nation will get behind Matt and Seawolf Hockey as we look to restore a once proud tradition. It's now my pleasure to introduce the new head coach of Seawolf Hockey, Matt Curley.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. I'm sure everyone has some questions and what have you, but before we start, I'd just like to say thank you to Chancellor Gingrich, certainly Tim and the rest of the search committee for this tremendous opportunity. These don't come along often. I'm tremendously excited and honored to be the next head coach here for the University of Alaska Anchorage. And I believe, through some hard work, dedication, and a pursuit of excellence from not only our staff but the players as well, that we can turn this program and start moving in a positive direction, both on a national level and certainly within the WCHA. And I can tell you that my family and I are very excited to join the community here in Anchorage, to move to the state of Alaska, and certainly it's good to be back home. Right. It's I like to say it takes a village, right? And I know it's easy to say, we're going to come in and it's winning, and then the winning will bring in fans and everyone. It's easy to hop on a winning entity, but I think first it starts at grassroots endeavors. I know the guys have been involved throughout the spring in terms of reaching out to the community, and it's investing in the people of not only of Anchorage but within the community on campus here, and to start to build some positive energy about what those guys are trying to do. I'm a big believer in that throughout my career, both as a player and as a coach. Big believer in that community outreach, and it's certainly something that we're going to institute here and try to make people put a face to the name of the guys wearing these jerseys. Right. So I was actually just speaking with the guys here briefly prior to coming in here, and these jobs are very rare. It doesn't happen often that these opportunities come about, and I think the opportunity to come to a program that I believe is on the verge, that can make some headway in a positive direction, is an exciting opportunity. The Wisconsins and the Boston colleges of the world, they're tremendous institutions, obviously historic programs, but those opportunities for someone like myself, probably aren't going to happen. So the chance here that the search committee and Tim and the people here presented, I think it's a tremendous opportunity and one that I'm really excited to undertake. I think one of the challenging things for me is to really get a hold and an understanding of what is here. Again, talking with the players, I know a lot of them by name. I haven't seen them play through my time in the USHL and through Bentley, but it's to get acclimated to those guys first and foremost, and then from there, just getting a better understanding of the Anchorage community and reinstalling myself in the university game, both here in the state of Alaska and then, of course, down into the lower 48. Mm-hmm. It's for me. It was I knew where I stood in the pecking order, and I know the guys that had gone through this process, and I have a tremendous respect for all those guys. They've done a tremendous jobs at their institutions, as it shows, and that's deservedly so. Why they were considered candidates. And for whatever reason, it wasn't a good fit for them and their families. And all that means to me is it just opened a door and an opportunity for myself to come here. And I am very understanding of where I am in the pecking order. And for me, it was an opportunity. It was the same way as a player. I was given an opportunity to play at Clarkson. And I'd like to think I took full advantage of that. And I'm certainly going to take full advantage of the opportunity that this university has given me. Hard work, energy, discipline, commitment of just getting things going. I think when people see that within the community, whether it be in our gameplay or whatever it may be, the hockey world is a very small community. And when people start seeing this is a fun place to be, guys do things the right way, the results may not necessarily bear fit to that right away. And that's part of the process and embracing that process. But I do believe when people see positive things and going and being excited to be a part of something such as this place, I think then things will start to take care of itself. It's like anything else. You start moving in that right direction. It's like a snowball going down that hill. It just picks up speed and gets bigger and bigger. And I'm hoping with in time and hard work, we can get things going in that direction. Yeah, yeah. A few weeks ago. No, that's a good question. The recruiting part, it's the lifeline of college hockey, right? You have to understand the player base, the guys that are coming in, players that are out there, and we're no strangers to this. You see it throughout the country. Kids are being committed years out. It's very unique in that sense in the game of hockey. But first and foremost, it's in respect and fairness to the guys that are here currently. Both the players that have been here for 1, 2, or 3 years, as well as the kids that have committed here to come in next year. I want to do right by them and first and foremost see where those guys are at, and then from there starting to get acclimated with future Seawolf players and start building with that. And as far as the recruiting goes, as soon as possible. It's a lot of that is just hard work and just really reaching back out to my contacts that I've built throughout the years of doing this, and I don't think it'll be I think it'll be in short order we can get that going again. That's a good question. I don't know. So the European thing, and not to get too into it, it's very different over there. And certainly the kids over there, and I built a lot of great relationships with my time throughout Central Europe and through Scandinavia. And we'll certainly utilize those resources the best of my ability. But you know, we have some great resources here in the state, in the greater Anchorage area, and certainly in the West Coast. And I think before overreaching, it's best first to start looking in the backyard and seeing what's at home first, and then starting to explore. There's players out there. There's players that want this opportunity. There's players that want this experience, and whether they're from the state of Alaska or from Salzburg, Austria, we'll find those kids that want to be a part of this and get them to join our institution. It is my first visit. I've been here approximately 72 hours now. No, it's my first trip up here. I was never able to make the trip as a player or as a coach for that matter, and I was joking with the guys. Recruiting-wise, I know great programs up in Fairbanks and down in Kenai, but it was an awful long ways to go to watch a game. So my first time up here, but I had a lot of colleagues and friends that have played either at the Fairbanks or here at Anchorage, and certainly when the Aces were in town. I've always had a lot of respect for the folks up here, and to be honest, it's not tremendously different from where I'm coming from.
We were it was a confidential process, and I think if you look around the country, most people run a process like that. You know, we really wanted to do our best to give candidates an opportunity to be a part of it. You know, honestly, some people can't out themselves because they've already got a job, right? And so as time has gone on, I think that that's kind of an important part, to give people that cover of confidentiality if they wanted to be a part of it. So that was really as much as anything. You know, we hired the last AD search, and we hired a gymnastics coach last year, very similar situation. So thanks everybody for coming. Yeah, oh, sure, Beth. You bet you can. I don't know exactly because I'm not part of the process, but what I believe is that we're probably within a month of being in that position. I know that we've contracted with Eastman Bodine for that process as a search firm, so they're handling it through them, and I know that is rolling. I almost hesitate to give a timeline, but I think with roughly within the next 30 days we'll be done. I am not a candidate. Thanks everybody for coming today. We appreciate it.